Hello, my narcissistic abuse family. I have a minute, which is few and far between these days with the whole quarantine, social distancing. I've got the kids home, trying to navigate through homeschooling. And I am in New Jersey, so it's like one of the top epicenters of what's going on. So we're in the thick of it. Um, my video today is about. I was talking to my girlfriend about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, why haven't I talked about this? So it's basic characteristics of a narcissist. I'll, just get out of the way off the top of the bat. Like, the DSM 5 diagnostic criteria. I'll get that out of the way so we know what that is. But like the real life application of this, like what do these people come across as when you're dealing with them in your life? Because they're nightmares, as we know. Um, all right, so the DSM diagnostic criteria is that somebody needs to meet at least 5 of the 9 criteria listed for narcissistic personality disorder. So, grandiose sense of self importance is one. Second is a preoccupation with fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love. Third is a belief that he or she is special and unique and can only be understood or should associate with other people of high status or that are special as well. Number four, what am I doing? 4, a need for excessive admiration. 5, a sense of entitlement. 6, interpersonally exploitive behavior. 7, a lack of empathy. 8, envy of others or a belief that others are envious of him or her. And 9, a demonstration of arrogant, haughty behaviors or attitudes. Most of the narcs we know probably, check off all of these criteria. So, but I just wanted to get that out of the way. So now, in real life, if you are dealing with a narcissist, which you are because you're watching this, I was engaged to a narcissist way back when. Thankfully, that did not come to fruition. There was no marriage. He dumped me. But my mother is a narcissist. Mother, I use that term loosely. And just some of the observable, notable characteristics, I just wanted to talk about that. Because you know what? It's one thing for someone to confirm it, to hear it from someone else. Like I was in both of these relationships and sometimes you're just so close to it, you can't see the forest through the trees, right? It's like right in front of your face, but you need somebody else to tell you. So let's do that. Um, you know, all the narcs that I've known are very, very condescending. They act like they're superior to everyone else. So, in result, they're quick to put other people down. They're intensely judgmental. They're also immature as hell. Like, that's something that I grew up with in my mother. She was always like putting people down or judging people based off of like ludicrous like thing, like so and so's fat or they're ugly or whatever. It's like this is like grade school stuff. So they're judgmental as heck and they're condescending because they're always trying to put themselves on a pedestal and put everyone else down. I said I had a quote in another one of my videos and I couldn't find it. I was just to be honest here. But it was something along the lines of weak people chop off other people's heads to make themselves look taller. That's absolutely what the narc does. They're just trying to put everyone down around them all the time to elevate themselves, and it's a juvenile, childish behavior. I don't even like saying juvenile, because kids most of the time are more mature than these narcissists. Narcissists are just some of the worst people out there. Like, I'm so put off by what I grew up with and those people, and I just want nothing to do with it. So that's what I was saying. Condescending, and they're extremely judgmental of other people. They're also entirely controlling. This is something that I think is amazing, because way back when the narc discarded me, there was not a lot of awareness of narcissistic abuse at the time. It was back in 2005. And I went to Barnes & Noble and I got all these self-help books from the relationship section. And most of the book, like, they never said the word narcissist, but they described all narc behaviors. And the one book that really resonated with me was about controlling people. So this individual that I was unfortunately exposed to for a large portion of my life, it went on for like 4 years. He was so controlling. And the reason why they are so controlling is because, think about it, their egos are so fragile and they're so feeble, and like they've constructed this grandiose facade, this like they've bolstered themselves up so much to protect their fragile ego. They're so weak inside, and they have no self-esteem. They have no self-worth. So they try to control everything around them so that they're not threatened in any way, or that they're false provided, so that they are not threatened. So that's why they try to control everything. Another thing, they're very dismissive. They will marginalize everyone around. They'll, especially you in a relationship with them, they will, they're derogatory. Because they're trying to gaslight the hell out of you. They're trying to like chip away at everything you know to be true and sacred, because they want to pull the wool over your eyes. They just want to make you question yourself and doubt yourself, because they're trying to cut you down to put themselves up higher. So they're entirely dismissive and derogatory. They will never take accountability or responsibility for wrongdoings or faults on their behalf. They will always blame someone else. I say this all the time. They have external locus of control, meaning they blame everything but themselves for this gross injustice against them. The whole world is at fault, no faults of their own. They have an external locus of control, which means that they do not take responsibility for anything. Everything is done to them. So they're a victim. They're always the perpetual victim. Judgmental. So I think I covered it all. If you're dealing with a narcissist, they're just awful excuses for individuals. And something that I finally come to terms with, that relationship in my past, thank God I am so far over it at this point in my life. There is hope. You will prevail. This person that treated me so horribly, and I was at like the prime of my life, like, he discarded me, thankfully, and I married my soulmate, my husband, my best friend, love of my life, because this jerk dumped me. You know, I was with Joe prior to being in this wicked, you know, torturous relationship. And then Joe and I were able to reunite, rekindle. But I just wasn't ready for that unconditional, true, authentic love because I was raised in a toxic, awful environment with a narcissistic mother. So I was used to being mistreated and put down and made to feel like I'm always at fault and there's something wrong with me, etc. So I gravitated to that toxic relationship. And unfortunately, a lot of victims that come from a dysfunctional home, a narcissistic family, do this. You gravitate to what we know because we're so messed up. We've never been loved and nurtured unconditionally. So we're just like, oh yeah, this is good. This works because it's what I know. So we're used to being mistreated and put down, and it's terrible. It's like our parents are supposed to build us up, and we're like the best thing on the face of the earth. I know I do it for my own kids. They're the best thing that's ever hit the face of the earth. So they need to know that and grow up that way. But polar opposite for us. But anyway, so I hope this helped you guys out a little bit. Like I said, it's like there's probably a narc sitting right, you know, in front of you, hypothetically speaking, like in your life. And sometimes you just need to hear it from someone else. You need that validation, that external input. So I hope I provided you guys with that. All right, everybody. Thanks for sticking with me, tuning in. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, that would be awesome. Like this if it's beneficial to you, that'd be awesome. We're bumped and we're bruised, but more than anything, everybody, we're blessed because we're better people for what we have endured. Hang in there, everybody stay safe with this coronavirus stuff going on. It's craziness. I love you all. See you soon.